Hey there, my name's Crypto, and welcome back to episode 2 of our hardcore Let's Play series. So if you missed last episode, we built this starter house here, as well as got some armor and some tools for ourselves, so that was a lot of fun. But in this episode, I have a lot of big plans, and the first thing I want to do is actually kind of finish up our interior in here, get it a bit more set up so that we actually have a nice space for ourselves. So the first thing we can do is finish filling in our floor here, just using some oak planks. And then this is where our tower is on the outside, so we should actually be able to just kind of break some of these blocks here and get into where our tower is. We can replace the floor here as well. And then I'm thinking we use a bunch of slabs for the ceiling, so we can kind of fill in some of these spots where there's these weird gaps, and then maybe we come along like right here with some slabs, and we can do probably every other block will look nice, and then in between those we can do some trapdoors, and it'll add some nice block variation. You can see like this, there's a bit of a height variation as well as a texture difference, so I think it looks really nice and it's pretty easy to do. And then we're going to do a bit of a second floor here, so I'm thinking maybe we do a bit of a staircase like right here. I think I need to make some more stairs. So I think having the stairs there isn't going to actually work. So I think I'm going to do it on this side instead. We'll do a stair there, there, and then we're going to have to break out these slabs right here so we have some room for our head, and then just build it up more and like this. And then perfect, just like that, we have this upstairs area where I think maybe I'll do like my bedroom here would be nice. So then we put another trapdoor there. And then we can use some other trapdoors. Maybe I'll make some oak ones and we can do a bit of a railing here. Okay, so I made some trapdoors and I'm just gonna put them just like this, and then I'll do a temporary slab right there and another trapdoor just like this. We can break that block, and then if we just flip these all up, you can see just like that we have this nice little railing, so if we're over here we're not just gonna fall down the stairs. And for this upstairs area, I'm just gonna fill the rest of this little area with some stone. And then for the ceiling, we can probably do something pretty simple. I'll grab the rest of my slabs here, and maybe we just do slabs like this and like this. And then in the middle, I think I'm just gonna do a row of logs. That's probably gonna look pretty nice for ourselves, and we can probably make some lanterns and hang them off of here. Got some lanterns, and we can probably do one right here, I'm thinking, and then maybe one right there. And that should light up this whole top area. And I had an idea for the floor here, just so it's a little less boring. I have some stripped oak logs here, and I think I'm just going to replace like a few of them and just put them like this, and it'll add just a bit more texture to the ground, and I think that's going to look really nice for ourselves. And maybe I'll add some slabs to the bottom of these stairs just to make them look a little bit more bulky. I think that looks pretty nice. And I think I want to punch out another window right in the wall here, just so that we can kind of see if there's anything out the back, like any mobs or anything, before we leave the house. So that's pretty good, and I think like the main structure for this place now is actually pretty nice. I can add some ladders up to the top here and probably add a window there as well. And then we can start moving all of our stuff that we have outside into the house and then make it a little bit fancier. Okay, so I'm just at the back of the house thinking where I want the window on the tower. And I'm thinking like these two blocks, this one, and I might have to build up here, just use some dirt, and then one higher like this. And then I'll grab my fences and I'll just put them in like so. You can get rid of this dirt block here. And if we take a step back, then we have this window here. So that's going to be super nice for like we can get up a bit higher and again look around, make sure that there's nothing coming to attack us or anything like that. So now that we have that window in the tower, we can add some ladders right here, and we have a nice little vantage point. We can go into here and see out. So I think that's super nice. And then for this area, we can probably just fill this in. Maybe that was one too many. Get rid of that one, and then just throw a lantern up here. And that's going to be easy enough for ourselves. And now we have this little tower area, which I think is super cozy, and I like it a lot. So I think what I'm going to do next is grab all of this stuff and put it into here. Okay, so I was just working on the house, and it looks like we're getting raided by some pillagers here. So you know what? I think we got to defend our house from these guys, show them who's boss. Got one. And there's the other one. Oh, and it looks like we actually got ourselves a crossbow. I feel pretty good about that though, getting a bit more confident with fighting off mobs and stuff like that. But I want to show you guys the house now. I have it set up pretty nice for ourselves. So I created this bit of like a storage wall, and I did a bit of organizing with the different things. So I've got like a wood chest and stuff like that, and got some tools in here, plus stuff I got from like mining ores and things like that. And then of course we've got our little ladder area. And then here I just made like a chest of furnaces so that we can smelt up all the stuff that we get from the mines and things like that. And then upstairs I have a tiny little bedroom that needs a bit of love, but we can sleep here right now actually because it's night. And I just wanted to add like a few more details to the house just to spice it up a tiny little bit. So I made a couple of paintings that I think I want to do one like right here. Maybe we just put some dirt like that and we can do a little bit of a painting. And I have one more, so we might as well use it. Maybe I'll use it upstairs in the bedroom. Maybe we can do one like right here. I'll just put some dirt here so it doesn't get too big. So that looks pretty nice. And I also added like a few lanterns in here so there's no torches, so it's looking pretty sleek. So I'm really happy with this for now. I'll definitely add some more details in the future just to make it look a little bit nicer, but for now I'm satisfied with that. And I think the next thing I want to do is this side of the house looks super just kind of plain. So I think I want to add a bit of like an overhanging roof coming off of here, and then underneath I'll do like a tiny bit of a wheat farm because we need some wheat so that we can breed up some cows and have a food source for ourselves instead of just this bread that we stole from all the villagers, because it's going to run out eventually. So I think I'm going to take a bit of this dirt away and then grab some materials, and then we can kind of build this roof and build up a bit of a farm. Okay, so I cleared some of the dirt away so we can start planting this thing. I think I'm going to be using mostly spruce for it. So maybe we do a bit of a thing like this to where the actual garden will be. Probably that size is good. And then I'm just going to add it to the other side right here. Just bring this out to the same block level right there. And then we probably just go across like this. So I think that's looking pretty good. Maybe we get rid of these corner ones and replace them with like barrels or something like that just to add a bit more detail. Okay, so something like that. And then in this inside part, we're gonna have to fill the whole thing in with dirt, and this is where we're actually gonna, plant our wheat. So we do something just like this, fill it all in. And then I think for the very center block, or maybe we do this one since it's on an even number, put some water in there, and then we have to grab a hoe and put this all to wheat. Alrighty, so I did a bit of work off camera and finished up the overhanging roof part. And I really love how this came out and how it looks like an extension of the house. I think it looks super cool. It really upgraded our starter house here. But the last thing we need to do is actually throw some wheat in here. So we can just use a hoe on all of this, and I actually hid a water source back in there. So we don't have to give up one of our spots where we could be planting something. So let's just use our hoe on all of this, and then we can plant a bunch of wheat seeds in here. And I also added some lights here, so all of this should grow up really good. And then we'll have a nice little wheat supply, and then we can use that to grow some cows or breed them up and that kind of stuff. So that's going to be super useful for ourselves. But I think what I want to do next is actually add like a bit of a path leading towards our house, just so it looks a little bit better. So we can change this all to path blocks. And then I think it'll look good if we kind of build a path leading over towards this little garden that we made and just bring it like this. I think that looks super sweet, and we'll just keep adding some path blocks, and it just kind of makes the place look a little bit more lived in. And eventually, once we have some other structures out here, we'll build more paths leading towards them. And I also did grab a bit of gravel so we can make some coarse dirt and just mix a little bit of this in with the path blocks. It's going to look really, really nice. As you can see, just adding a bit of that coarse dirt looks really nice. And once we get some bones, we can use some bone meal and, add some grass around the paths and, maybe add some mossy cobblestone and things like that. It's going to be looking super sweet for ourselves. And since this is hardcore, I think it's a good idea that we add a few torches around our base here. It's not something I really like to do because having torches everywhere does look kind of bad. So we'll eventually replace this all with like hidden lighting and stuff like that. But I think for now it's nice to just have some torches around here so we can worry a little bit less about mobs sneaking up on us. That's like my biggest worry, is just leaving our house and then having like a creeper or something just blow us up and we lose everything. That would really suck. So the sun is setting here, so I think I'm gonna sleep. And then I actually kind of want to do some mining. I actually missed some diamonds in last episode. A few of you guys pointed it out down in the cave there. So I think I'm going to go down there, see if I can find those ones that I missed, and maybe we can get full diamond gear this episode. So I'm underground now, and I think the ones that I missed are somewhere near here. Yeah, there they are. But yeah, let's mine these things up, see how many we can get. Hopefully there's no lava under them and they're going to burn up. That would suck. Looks like we got at least 3 there. 4 and 5, so that's super sweet. We got 5 more diamonds there. With that, we can make, some diamond armor probably. But I think now would be a good time to actually get some mining going. So I think I'm going to do a bit of strip mining, explore some of these caves for a little bit. And once I'm done, I'll show you guys how many resources I collected, and hopefully we can get a bit more geared up after this little mining session. Alright, so I'm done mining and I'll show you guys what I got. So I was able to get 40 iron, 10 gold, a bunch of redstone, some lapis, and a bit of coal. But what I'm really happy about is that I was able to get 18 diamonds. And with those diamonds, I think I actually want to be making an enchanting table. So I have some books here, and I also got a bit of obsidian in here. So we can grab this and go to our crafting table here and make an enchanting table. So this is going to be really awesome for a lot of reasons. First off, we can try to get a fortune enchantment so that we can get more diamonds out of the diamond ore that we find. And also something that I really want is feather falling on my boots for when I'm building and stuff. If I fall off the top of the house or something, I don't want to be dying from fall damage because that'll be quite embarrassing. Gotta remember it's hardcore, so if we die we lose everything. So I think right now I want to set up a bit of an enchanting area. I have all these books that we got from the villagers in the first episode, so I think I'll grab some wood from here and make a bunch of bookshelves that we can use. Alright, so just from those books we have enough bookshelves now, 15, so we can get level 30 enchants. And I'm thinking what I want to do is actually make like a tiny bit of a basement area. So I'm thinking there's this area right here, and we can just kind of dig out some of these blocks and start building some stairs down, and then dig out an area where we can have a bit of a basement and have our enchanting area in there. I think it would be super cozy and just a fun way to add some more detail to our house here. So I'm going to keep digging away some of this dirt and stone down here to make some room for this thing, and then once it's a bit more set up we can start building it together. So I made a room down here and I added a little railing to the stairs that lead down. So if we head on down here, I just made this small little room. I think it's quite cozy using some of this polished granite. I think it came out pretty good. But what we can do now is actually place down the books for where our enchanting setup is going to be. So I'm thinking I'll do maybe like this right in the middle, and then do one like that, a couple there, do this, fill that in, and then I think we need one more, so we just put it right there for now. And then if we put this right in the middle and put one of these in, you can see that, yeah, we get level 30 enchants, so that's really good. But before we do a bunch of enchanting, let's just spice this room up a little bit. I'll add a chest right there just to kind of even that off, and then I want to have a crafting table in here, so maybe we just do one just like that. And just to make sure that nothing does spawn in here, I'll just grab another torch and maybe I'll put it right there. So this is all lit up really nice. We have a super sweet enchanting setup for ourselves, and I actually kind of want to see what enchants we can get. But I think before I do that, I'm going to make some armor. We have all these diamonds that we got from our little mining session, so I think the first thing I'm going to do is make a nice chest plate for ourselves, and then maybe I'll make a hat, I guess. Well, not a hat, but a helmet. I just call them hats, why not? So I know we're not quite level 30 yet, but I do want to see if we can get just some basic enchants on these. So we could get fire protection on the helmet, or we could get projectile protection 4. Both not that great. Let's see what we can get on the pick. Efficiency 4, I guess efficiency 3. It's not too bad, but maybe I'll just enchant something a really low level. I'll just do this pick, and then we can kind of reset those enchants. So we do that, and then we'll put these back in and see what they've changed to. So we can get protection 2, which is pretty nice. And then on this one we can get fire protection 1. So I think I'll go for the helmet. Let's do protection 2 on that. Not too bad. And let's see what's on the chest plate now. We can get projectile protection. Not the best. Maybe I'll try resetting it again. I'll just do my sword here, do the lowest one, and then let's put this back in, see what we can get. Oh, we might as well just do the unbreaking one. Why not? Do that unbreaking one, and we also got protection 1. So that's pretty nice. Not the best enchants, but at least that's something to where we have a bit better gear now, so we're not going to die instantly if something starts attacking us. But we'll work on getting some better enchants in the next episode because I'm actually running out of time for this one. But I sure had a lot of fun adding this little expansion to our house with this little wheat farm, and I'm really happy with the mining that we did. We got a bunch of diamonds, and I'm super happy with how the interior of our house came out. I think it's super cozy and functional in here. Got 3 floors and everything, so it's super duper fancy. But let me know what you guys want to see in the future episodes of this series. I'm having a lot of fun with it. I think in the next one I'm going to be making a cow pen, so be on the lookout for that. But that's going to have to do it for this one, guys. I really hope you enjoyed, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye.